We are live.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good evening.
It's always so weird to see like the delay because it totally caught us trying to set this up.
Trying to set it up?
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
But hello.
Hey kids. My name is Kamal.
And I'm Selena.
And we are with The City and Beyond.
Yes.
And if you are new here, then you probably should click subscribe. Because we are still on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. We are part-time travelers. We have full-time jobs and we see the world. Even during the pandemic, we have found ways to at least explore the country. Obviously, a few borders are closed, so that kind of limits what we can do. But as things progress, we will do more as we can see to do more. But that's not why you're here today on this very live stream. Today's live stream is about gifts for travelers. So if you have a traveler in your family or if you like to travel yourself, we have some gift ideas for you that you can either tell your family to get for you or you can get for someone else. You'd be like, oh no, they like to go places. I'm going to get this for them. This is for you. This is for you or for them. So we'll see.
Yeah, and rule of thumb, usually you shouldn't get people gifts for their hobbies, but if you are insistent on getting someone a gift for their travel hobby, we can help you out. Or if you're a traveler and people keep asking you what you want as a gift and you're not sure that they'll mess it up, these are a couple of things that they really can't mess up, I would say.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, you want to start?
Yeah.
Well, is there any updates? I don't know if there's.
Are there any updates? There will be a video this weekend.
Haven't started editing it. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that happens a lot.
Yeah, but we have shot it.
Yeah.
And it'll be put together because I know we missed last week, but there will be videos every weekend for the rest of the year, and we are doing a live stream every Thursday until the end of the year. So please check in. What?
I keep forgetting. Is 2 weeks from now the last Thursday?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Oh yeah, because it's the 30. No, we're not doing one the 31st.
No, we are not doing one the 31st.
No, the 31st
Today
is the Thursday.
Is the 10th. So we have next week Christmas Eve.
There's one Thursday we're not doing.
Okay, we're not doing the 31st.
Maybe we'll surprise you.
Well, maybe we will.
New Year.
Yeah, you can bring in the New Year's with us. Maybe we'll count down. We'll see.
Yeah, countdown to 1,000.
Countdown to 1,000. Will you be the 1,000th subscriber?
Yeah, hopefully we get rid of like bots and stuff by then, so that we can get like
the true fans.
The true fans. I don't know about check, but just basically YouTube being like, yeah.
Great job, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure how many of you also create YouTube videos or things on other platforms, but I'm sure you're well aware there are plenty of robo people that like to follow, subscribe, and like your pages in hopes that maybe you'll like theirs or just to see like if they can gain some information. Not exactly part of the plan, but it is like a step in the process. Like it's bound to happen, right? So yeah, if you're new here and you haven't heard this before, you're supposed to grab your neighbor's phone and subscribe to our channel. Don't worry about it. They won't notice. It'll be okay. All right?
Yeah.
But with all that said, we will get started with the gift giving guide.
Yes. And we are planning on being on here for an hour.
Yeah.
If we finish too soon, hopefully people have questions. So far, Nikasi's in here. Hey, Nikasi. He might have left, but hey.
Hello, bienvenue.
And if more people have questions and stuff, that'll help us,
Yeah, as always, have questions. And I also want to point out that everything we recommend, we actually have and actively use. So if you have questions about any of this stuff, feel free to let us know. Because since we use it, we're pretty good on what to do with it. But with all that said, let's go in the bag.
Oh, and the link is, or links.
Everything that we list is in the description. And gratuitous self-promotion. This shirt is also a great gift
You should start with that one.
And it's in the description. Yeah, for anyone that's from the Caribbean and you're tired of everyone pronouncing plantains wrong, we're not talking about in Spanish. We're talking specifically in English. In Spanish is plátanos. I don't think there's any debate on that, right? Yes, right. But in English, we say plantain. Okay? So I made a nice little shirt, right? And when people fumble it, which they inevitably will, you just point. Right? And just keep going like this until they read it. Tell them to follow the bouncing ball. Plantain. Yeah, this shirt comes in a couple of different colors. It's available on Amazon, and the link is in the description. That is our first gift.
Yes. Buy it for your Caribbean friends.
Buy it for your Caribbean friends. They will love you for it.
I will say they're my favorite moment, and you know what I'm going to say.
I do,
My favorite moment is when someone read it, and she's like, I don't really get it. And then she kept saying it. Plantain, and she's like, "Oh, like plantains. I get it."
Yeah,
and I was like, "How did you do that?"
Yeah.
You just said,
it's
"Okay."
Good. It's all right. I'm on a crusade, and I will die on this hill. What's funny? His funny story is Selena's father saw me wear this shirt, and he goes, "What is plantain?" And I was like, "You just need to keep saying it." And he was like, "Plantain? Say it again. Plantain? Say it again. Plantain. Oh, plantain. Okay, very good."
It's funny because I always thought that the picture would help. It'd be like, oh, that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Quite alright.
So I figure should we continue with apparel or should we do like before you even go on the trip?
No. This was the first one I was going to grab as well. So this is going to be our first gift. I feel like I'm on QVC. And our first gift today is the Canary.
So we can see that, like, how.
Make sure this is in frame. Our first gift today is the Canary. Which one is this one? Is this the Flex?
Yes, I believe it's the Flex.
This is the Canary Flex. Canary has several different cameras. It's a light home security system. I say light because it's not going to tell you if somebody broke in particular.
It tells you if somebody's in the home.
If you are gone, this switches to a motion sensor, which is right here, if I'm not mistaken. Switches to a motion sensor, and it'll tell you on your phone. It'll send you a video link to tell you who it is. The AI needs a tad bit of training. If you have pets and you leave your pets at home, on several occasions it says there's someone in the house and it's the cat. So
yeah, from what I read before we got it, it was you're like supposed, because it has categories. So
right.
You were supposed, so it has like cat, dog, kid, like it has a bunch of stuff that you can pick.
Yeah.
So when you see the video, it's like, oh, just categorize that it's the cat. And I thought that over time it was supposed to know if it was the cat or not, which sometimes I feel like it does, but then other times I'm like, you just think it's another person, because sometimes if I feel like it says cat before either of us.
Yeah, there's been, especially recently, yeah.
So I'm not sure if you have one. Maybe put that in the comments.
Right.
So yeah, we definitely. But it comes in handy. It was kind of like a multi-faceted thing because we wanted something to obviously check in on the cat when we were away, which we got right before our wedding.
Yes. And
it worked perfectly, but every time she moved, it was like bang, bang, bang. So we had to like kind of like
silence
mute
it
a little bit. Because I feel like I think I did something and it definitely toned it down a little bit. And then what else did we want it for? Air quality.
Air quality is a really big one. If you are one of those people like me that enjoys cooking and every once in a while you set the smoke detector off because of too much steam and what have you, so you take the batteries out, this is actually a very good thing because I know like life is hectic and busy, so every now and again you might walk away and you'll get the alert that says there's something wrong with the air quality and like, oh man, that's right, I had the souffle in the oven, I think it's overdone now. Yeah. Hopefully it didn't drop in the middle, it's just a little crispy.
I do feel like the air quality one is a little sensitive.
Yes, it's very sensitive.
I had a coworker who had this Canary before we bought it. And
the same kind. This is a new one.
Yeah.
We bought this ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, the same kind.
Yeah.
So, and she had a situation where like they were sleeping in the house and then it went off and was like poor air quality, and then found out that somebody in the building, like nothing went off, in anywhere in the building besides the Canary, and it was like somebody like downstairs or a couple floors below her that like was self-cleaning, or what's it called? Yeah,
they're using the self-cleaning function on the oven.
Yeah, on the oven. And so
it had an increased level of carbon monoxide in the building.
Oh no! It was just like a smell. It wasn't carbon monoxide because then the carbon monoxide would have went off. But it was that the air quality was bad.
Oh, okay.
Because of the subtle like seeping smell. I don't know of the self cleaning, and she like did it wrong basically. So I was like, oh wow, it's that sensitive, but it is really sensitive. Like I feel like one time the cat had a really bad like poop, and it was like air quality.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah.
And because our litter box is not too far away, but actually now it's more contained than it used to be. But
right.
Besides,
so this is powered by the internet. You can either plug it in the back via Ethernet, or it connects with Wi-Fi. If you live in an old building or a big building, you might want to consider hardwiring it, because it does not do the 5G signal. It can only do your standard 2.4 gigahertz symbol, which obviously can reach further, but it doesn't have as fast or as strong of a connection. So you want to keep that in mind. However, we have one for our apartment. It's about 700 square feet. We can see a good amount of the apartment given where we put it in the location. So when we are away from home, this is a great gift. So for everyone that goes away, doesn't want a full security system, but wants to keep an eye on what's going on, this one is for you.
Same thing with temperature.
And temperature. This one also tells you the temperature.
So you know when it gets really low or really high, which is, I feel like, pretty good, especially if you have a pet and you're traveling. So you could just let somebody know, like, hey, can you go open up the windows for the cat?
Right. So this is the Canary, and again, the link is in the description. So now that's gift one. Actually, technically gift two. This is gift two, and we're going to go to gift three.
Should we do
whichever one you want?
clothing?
Whichever one.
It's like on the top.
Okay.
These are mine. So the next gift is, I guess, thermals.
Yeah.
Ours are. Can I say the name?
You can say the name. It's okay. Yeah.
Because we put a description for like a knockoff. So.
Not even necessarily a knockoff. Just not this.
It's not branded.
Yeah.
They are. So we have Uniqlo long sleeve tops and bottoms to go underneath our, our pants and our shirts when we're traveling. This was really handy for when we travel and it's cold here, like where we're leaving, our departure location, and it's warm where we're going. So this helps us to have a really good, if you've seen our, what was it, the one pack bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was? Yeah, one of our videos about packing a bag for basic economy, we talk about this a little bit, or briefly, because if you layer, you have less of like a bulky coat to bring with you,
right? And
then you're in a tropical setting, like no one wants to carry around a coat.
Because I feel like when you mention thermals, the first thing that pops in people's minds is probably like long johns, right? And they're warm, they're comfortable, they're great, they're classic, but they're a little bulky, especially when you're layering, and it's not like you're going outside to shovel. You're to a destination, and some of these thinner, lightweight thermals, such as the one that we have here, they're good for also keeping you cool. So it's not as bad when you have it on. So like, you don't get too hot and you're like, oh man, like I gotta like undo myself while I'm here. So it's something that you can actually, like, if you're in a warmer climate going to a colder climate, it's something that you can like slip on and not be too worried about for the entire time. Obviously, like, layers are gonna make you warm, so if it's 100 degrees out, be mindful of that. But if you're heading to a colder climate or you're starting from a colder climate, these are great to like put on, give you that extra layer of warmth and protection, but not make you too hot. Just keep you at a nice, steady temperature. And
another thing is if you want to be more mobile, like, because sometimes when you do have bulkier coats and stuff layered on top, you can't like, I guess it's the same, I don't want to say skiing, but like when it's like you're walking, hiking, and you have like places where you have to move, and you're obviously going to get a little warm moving around. this still also helps with, not restricting your mobility as much as like adding those heavy layers on top. So
yeah,
this is a really good travel one, and I think we initially got it for travel.
We did,
right?
Yeah.
So was this from Nepal?
This was for Nepal, correct?
Yeah. Well, it's for everything now.
Now it is for everything.
I just wore it last week.
If you saw our Frankfurt video and you thought to yourselves we were dressed kind of light considering it was the middle of winter, it was we were rocking some of these underneath our clothes.
Yeah.
We have links in the description for both men and women for a brand that's comparable to this one but not the exact one. Not sponsored because they don't sponsor anybody, but Heat-Tech Uniqlo, in case you're wondering, right?
Yeah.
You can get it in almost any major mall in your area. So, gift number 3. Next up.
Kind of to go along with, well, these are yours. So, to go along with your thermals, not only these are actually kind of warm. I feel like
they're pretty warm. Yeah.
These are socks, obviously.
Yes.
But they're compression socks made out of merino wool. And we bought these when we went to New Zealand. I think I had a pair of black socks, compression socks before. I don't know where I think I still have them.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get like cute, cool ones because we knew we were going to wear them a lot and possibly just wear them around on the plane.
Yeah.
So we got these and I really liked them. I'm always kind of like with compression socks, I'm always kind of like, are they working? I can't really tell. But I mean, no clots and my legs don't.
Yeah, and for anyone that's not really aware, what it is when you take these long flights, you tend to swell up. The compression socks are trying to keep everything in place.
Exactly.
So there's less of a need for you to take off your shoes during the flight, but you can if you want to get comfortable. And
I definitely say
and particularly Merino is not a brand. Merino is a type of wool, and the draw for the Merino wool. And correct me if I'm mistaken on this. Merino wool is a material. It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to also keep your temperature regulated, and it does not get smelly, right? Because it doesn't like
moisture. It doesn't hold.
It doesn't hold moisture.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
That.
Basically, if you have sweaty feet, these are for you. All right, you don't have to pull the Al Bundy and have everybody have to hold their mouth when you take them off.
And just like the merino wool that we have for the Uniqlo, they keep you warm.
They do, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right that that's supposed to be the draw. There's that one brand that you got the
shirt for.
The shirt for,
yep.
And it's supposed to be you can wear it five times and not wash it and it doesn't smell. I don't remember if these smelled, but I think obviously there's all different types of merino wool, but
yeah,
these are our socks.
So anybody that goes on long flights, or heck, if you have a family that has some sort of restricted vascular issue, compression socks are also a great gift to give for them. And again, merino wool is great for the winter, great for any time. We got these ones with these cool designs on it, so they don't have to be the mundane. As always, with any new fabric, you want to check if a person has allergies to it and see if it's going to be a thing, because which material do people say is itchy?
Wool.
Oh, wool, and this is wool, but it's a different type of wool, so
yeah.
You want to be mindful of that. If I'm not mistaken, you can get lots of merino wool in New Zealand and Australia. We were going to get some more merino stuff while we were in New Zealand, but that did not happen. We did not have time for it.
Instead, we saw glowworms.
If anyone from New Zealand is watching, please leave in the comments somewhere to get some great merino stuff for the next time that we go. Appreciate you. That is gift number 4.
I'm trying to keep with the theme of before you leave.
Just a second, I just want to do a quick recap for anyone that's tuning in right now. We're Mount Salina, this is the city and beyond, and we are doing gift ideas for travelers and gift ideas for yourself if you are a traveler, right? And anything that we apply here is anything that is something that we personally use ourselves. And maybe it's something you want to add to your collection or give to a family or a friend member. To work backwards, we had the merino wool socks, compression socks. Good for smelly feet. Good for keeping you warm.
Good for smelly feet.
Then we have these thin layered thermals. Good for traveling and not being bulky in case you're layering your clothing. Then we have the Canary Wi-Fi enabled motion sensor, heat, and what was the other one? It was the oxygen level?
Temperature, and
air quality. It does hardwire and Wi-Fi. And then for all our Caribbean people out there, Plan 10, because people say the word wrong. Okay, so that is the recap so far, and we are going to go on to our next item.
Let me just make sure we're in frame and stuff. Okay.
Okay, we are in frame.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep with the I guess before you go kind of stuff.
That's fine. Yeah.
So we actually got this as a gift. If Nikasi's on, it was him. Well, him and the one we shown up.
Yeah, this was a gift from my brother and the girl he was dating at the time. And this is a great book. If you're looking for ideas of things to do, or you need some inspiration about things around the world,
I really should use it more.
It really is a great book. How about you go to a random page and give me some random information about some stuff? Tell the people what's going on in the book.
I just saw Panama and I was like, oh.
No, now you're trying to be specific. I said random page. Wow.
It was a random page, and then I
go to page 350.
Okay,
there we go. All right.
Ironically, or coincidentally, actually.
Yes.
This is in Boston.
Okay. All right. Anyone in New England or Massachusetts?
So, it's talking about the Ether Dome. I've never heard of it. In the 1830s, surgery was a fast, brutal affair. Patients piled with opium or whiskey or punched unconscious.
Nice.
If they were lucky.
The old school night
would be held down while doctors sawed off a leg or
oh man,
it's the tumor as quickly as possible. Top Scottish surgeon Robert Liston was famed for his ability to lop off computer sign.
Yeah.
Lop off a limb in 3 minutes. Okay, so I guess this is the building where all this took place.
That is
today. The restored dome is open to the public when not being used for lectures and meetings. In addition, it's ether infused. The room contains a collection of 19th century surgical instruments, a skeleton, and a paddleship, an Egyptian mummy donated to the hospital in 1823.
Interesting.
Ether Dome.
For all you rap fans out there, that is where people go so that their soul burns slow. That's an obscure reference. I'm sure all of you got it.
That's hilarious. There's city guides too. Right below it, it says Dutch House, glass flowers of Harvard Museum.
And this isn't just words as well. These are actual picture depictions of some of the
locations. This is the paper house, which is even everything.
Can't see it if you look at it like that.
Okay, everything. I was trying to read it. Even the furniture is made of rolled up newspaper.
Can you put it up? Give them in 3D. In 3D!
You're not.
There you go. So yeah, there's like, I don't know, a bunch of random things for like different states, different countries.
I should actually probably use it for our trip that we're going on.
See if we can see something weird. So yeah.
But yeah, it's an explorer's guide to the world's hidden wonders.
This is definitely for that person that goes places and is like, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But, all right, let's just like flip real quick.
Or that person that goes places and it's like, and they come back and you ask like, oh, what did you do? And they're like, oh, I don't remember. Like, yeah. It's like, okay, how about, or people who go to the same place all the time.
Right.
Which is actually what I was excited about.
You can
about
this
point
them in a different direction.
But I mean, I guess if there's a book, then more people are going to go to the same places still.
So again, like these gifts are for traveler people in mind. But like this would be great for someone that loves like weird history, or people that are like witchcraft, or anybody that's into like metal and like zombies and stuff like that. Absolutely, because they have like shrunken heads and temples and things for you to go to. Absolutely, that's so metal. That's so metal. So
I'm so excited.
I am. It's a good book, and you should check it out. And
it looks nice. We can't see right now, but you see in our videos, there's like a couple of books that are usually to the right of me, and it looks nice right there below our sound bowl. Yeah.
So this is the Atlas Obscura. This is gift.
Nice talking. What do you call that? Like a.
Oh, this is a nice conversation piece.
Conversation piece.
Yeah.
Talking piece.
Yeah. It's kind of like I have this book that gives like details for people's birthdays, and this is probably like the travel version of that.
That's true.
People just open it in and get kind of sucked in, like, oh, I didn't know this about that.
Yeah, especially about places that you've been to.
Fun fact. Well, 2 fun facts. Number 1, this as well is in the description if you're looking to look it up. And fun fact number 2, on our first date, I took Selena somewhere in Manhattan that she had never been before.
Yeah, he was like, I took a New Yorker to somewhere they've never been to before.
Because I'm pretty Jersey, but I did know a couple things.
I was impressed, actually.
It worked.
Okay, what should we do now? Are you gonna grab
our next gift? This one is mine. I thought this was a good idea. This is a Seagate hard drive. This is good for the content creator. This is good for the gamer. This is good for the traveler. This is good for the photographer. This is good for the creepy uncle that definitely has a lot of porn. But
wow.
It is what it is.
It is
what it is. So this one is by Seagate, but a lot of people make it. Now, if I can give you a side profile here, this is very thin, and it's extremely lightweight. And now drives are coming in solid state for those people that are not tech savvy. That means that there's no moving parts in it, so it lasts longer. It can hold more memory for longer, and it won't slow down on you. A good external hard drive is very beneficial. Very, very beneficial. If you're a person that takes a lot of pictures and you're taking them in RAW, these files are going to be huge. You're going to want to dump them out. You're going to have 5 million cards, and it's good to just have a backup on your external hard drive. And you can save space in your bag when you take it with you. So this is a very, very good one. Very, very good one. Why did I get Seagate in particular? I didn't. I got it at a good price. That's pretty much it. It's not about the brand in particular. There are many people that make hard drives. You can get a Samsung. You can get a Western Digital. Almost anyone that makes anything electronic has their own version of an external hard drive, and they're all good. But you definitely want one of these portable ones. It's about the size of your passport, probably like maybe like 2 or 3 passports stuck together.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
and I mean they do have newer hard drives that are slimmer, but in particular, or more compact, you want a hard drive, external hard drive that has a good amount of space. So terabytes is a lot. It's increasingly becoming not a lot, but right now it is a lot. You can fit a good amount in there, and it's great for your trip. So external hard drive is the bonus one.
Continue with electronics?
Continue with electronics.
Obviously, we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
So, let's do all the batteries. So, we have three different batteries.
Yeah.
Both of these are by Anchor.
Yes.
I don't even think we got either of these for ourselves, right? Or did you get?
I got that one for us.
Okay,
yeah.
I got this one as a gift from a coworker, which was pretty awesome because it lasts a pretty long time. And
this one is, hold on, because I can't remember the voltage. This one is 10,000 mega amps. This is enough because it's got the 2 ports here. This has enough to charge 2 phones from 0 to complete before it dies out, and maybe a little juice to charge some more.
Yeah,
just
I think
for
so.
Perspective. This one in particular charges by the micro USB. That's the one that's kind of like a D for a lot of things, but some of the more
to charge
it. Some of the more modern brands are doing USB-C. That's the oval looking one that you can just plug in and you don't have to do the which way is the USB. Mm-hmm. And a couple of people are doing the contactless for charging, but contactless charging is still not very reliable, so you won't find too many of them if you're looking for it. The technology isn't really there yet. Not everyone's adapting to it. But for just plugging it in and charging, this is a good one. This is the kind of charger that you want to keep in your luggage, right? And then this smaller one.
I just realized I love how you're wearing jeans and I have pajama pants on.
I mean, I'm comfortable in jeans. I wear jeans all the time. This smaller one is, just for perspective, I
can't really see that one.
This one is 10,000 also. So just for perspective, this is the same company.
They're years apart though.
They're years apart though, yeah. This is the same company. I was still
working in the field when
I got that one. This one is obviously way, way slimmer. And it charges the same way.
This is like another phone.
But it only has one port to charge, so you can only charge one device at a time. Again, it's good enough for about 2 phones from 0 to full charge, and maybe a little bit more. This one in particular, you would keep in your pocket, in your purse, in your satchel. This is the one that you grab and go with. It's less clunky. It's a lot slimmer.
Grab a cord.
Yeah. I do want to remind everyone that while these batteries do have a good voltage, and there's ones that have higher capacity, 15, 20, etc., as long as it takes to fully charge your phone, it would probably take around the same amount of time, possibly more, to charge this battery. So it's something that you want to charge ahead of time or make sure it has the juice. These do not charge fast. They do not charge your phone fast. However, they will save you in a pinch as long as you're not trying to watch or stream videos on 3% with this as well. This is something that you want to plug and leave to the side.
It looked like the sound was
So this is the smaller Anchor. This is.
Did I switch it? Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, because it works. It works either way. The back, they come with these nifty little pouches for you to bring.
I put the wrong one in.
But I think it's the.
Yeah, it's the other way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We're gonna trade like that. Okay. All right. So Anchor, not sponsored, but still, they make great batteries. They have other charging things, but in particular, we have these batteries. This battery is the survival battery, is what we like to call it.
Where's the light? Is it dead?
I think you gotta press it a couple times. No?
No. It's been charging, so.
It's fully charged for sure. So anyway.
Oops. No. Same one.
So this is the solar battery. This is the only battery in the entire house that we never plug in. We take it with us on trips, and we use it if we need it, leave it if we don't, and then we leave it on the windowsill and it charges completely. Now, if you are stuck in a desert location, this will not save you. This takes days and weeks to get to fully charge. However, it's less consumption. It is solar. It has a light on the back that neither one of us remember how to use.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Oh, there you go. Double tap. Okay. So it's got a light. So if you need to.
Okay.
No. It's so I can take my Insta picture. See, I gotta get good lighting.
I don't know. If
it lights.
Isn't there another?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's got an emergency light as well, so it flashes in different colors. I gotta point it down because it looks white on the screen. It flashes in different colors. It's like red, white, and blue. So if there's an emergency, you can have. And again, it's good. You can clip it on the outside of your bag so that it's charging. But again, it takes a long time for this to
I
charge.
would say what we did when we initially bought that battery. If you look at our Nepal, what to pack for Nepal video, we have a few things. Actually, maybe a couple of these things we actually had from that trip. And we bought this one because we knew we were gonna be hiking and these very secluded areas in the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be handy that while we're walking, even if we use it, it's still charging. Because sometimes I feel the charge doesn't really go down if it's also getting sunlight, especially an ample amount of sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it takes a while for it to fully charge, I feel it's really good for maintaining a charge if you actually have the sunlight on it while you're charging. Because I did that on the plane a couple of times where I just had it near the window and I'm charging, and like the whole time it didn't go down a notch. So I'm like, I think it kind of helps. But yeah, maintaining a charge with sunlight is great. But trying to get a whole notch or all 4 or 5 notches, I don't think so.
And like I said, we like to leave this
not quickly anyway.
in the windowsill. We don't really clip it on the bag.
Just put it in the in the water bottle pocket.
Yeah, you can put it in the water bottle pocket on the side. But yeah, you leave it to charge for a good amount of time. For a while, I didn't really think it worked, but then I drained it completely and left it in the window for a few weeks, and it was fully charged, completely and fully charged. So solar battery, it is a lifesaver, especially if you have a problem with the power going out, or you're going to go to a place that doesn't have a lot of power. You can leave it in the windowsill for a little while. I'll try to charge it back up again.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And the lights are really good for hiking.
Yeah.
If you get stranded and obviously it gets dark, at least you have that, and it's a pretty bright light. And then the flashing ones also, so that they know something's going on.
So to recap, we're going to go in reverse again. And remember, everything is linked in the description. So first we have...
sound like a commercial. But we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by any of this. This is just informative information. And I just want to make sure if anybody jumps in at any point in time, they're fully informed.
Yeah.
Feel free to rewind. I repeat this several times. Okay. So this is the solar battery. Link in the description. Okay. It's going to take a couple of weeks for this battery to charge, but it is solar powered. It is good. Low energy consumption. Leave it in the window. You'll be fine. This is the Tiny Anchor. This one in particular is 10,000 megahertz, mega amps. I forget what the MAH stands for. Someone who's an electrical engineer, please correct me. This is good enough to charge 2 phones completely and maybe a little bit more. This is the older version of that same charger. It's a bit bigger. Same concept, only this one has 2 of the chargers on the bottom. All 3 of these can charge by USB micro. This one is charged by the sun also though. These other ones are not. So there's that. Then we have the external hard drive. Portable, pocket, passport size. Portable hard drives are good for anyone, every time of the year, every celebration, weddings, birthdays, holidays. No one will turn you down for a hard drive, I promise you. Your gamer child will love you for it. Okay? The Atlas Obscura. This one is great because it gives you nifty ideas, facts, and things to do in areas that you have been to before and have never been to before. There are things in here from places I have been to that I was like, man, didn't know that. Definitely have to go back. It's recommended by Neil Gaiman for all you people that like to read books like Sandman and American Gods. Also, Guillermo del Toro from Pan's Labyrinth and what would have been Justice League Dark. It's too soon, I don't want to talk about it. Merino wool socks.
You were speaking so fast.
Merino wool compression socks. I got a lot to cover. Merino wool compression socks. These are great for anyone that's got any sort of restrictive vascular issues. Great for anyone that's flying for long haul flights. Mm-hmm. They do not retain a lot of water so that your feet won't smell when you wear them. If you are allergic to wool, these will itch the holy crap out of you if you are not.
They do.
Yeah, I don't know if they do. Well, you should check if you're allergic to wool, particularly merino wool. This wool comes from New Zealand, by the way. We love their stuff. Lightweight thermals. Lightweight thermals are great when you're going on trips during the wintertime and you're going from somewhere cooler to somewhere warmer. It's so that you're not layered too much and you can stand it to make it to your hotel, B&B, hostel, etc. For before you change. And if it's in the inverse where it's somewhere hot and you're going somewhere cold, you can put this on ahead of time and keep it going. Then we have the Canary. This is a lightweight security system that you can use for the air quality, for the temperature, and for motion detector for when you're not home. This is great for people when they're away. And then, last but not least, there is the Plantain shirt for all of my Caribbean friends out there, and for anyone that says it with the short A as possible, okay? We are speaking only in English. I understand that in Spanish it is plátanos, but in English, plantains, okay? Mountains, captains, plantains, okay? All right. Now we are moving on.
Someone said plátano. I want one.
Está lindo! What's up, man? How you been?
Afron? Who's Afron again?
I don't remember who Afron is, but
Well, says I believe it's milliamp hours.
Milliamp hours. Thank you. That is very informative because I did not know, and I have no problem looking dumb. I do a great job of it.
Is our mic really loud? Because this seems to be going in the red.
Anybody that is presently on time, how do we sound? Is it good? Can someone put a thumbs up or something in the chat so we know that it's real?
So we know that it's real or it's good. Or not loud.
I'm speaking a lingo.
A lingo.
I'm speaking a lingo.
Kamal's on QVC today.
I'm on QVC. This is my announcer voice. It's so buttery smooth. Tell me if you love it, because I know that I do.
I think I'm going to make him a reel. Because apparently when you want to do voiceovers, you have to do like a reel as if an actor does. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is a...
I'll do both at the same time.
Okay, this is a 2-for-1 gift. This is the GoPro.
We have a video about this too.
Hero 8, and this is the Yeelight. And on top of this, should I just take it off?
Yeah, just don't break it in the process.
I'm gonna try not to break it. On top of this is the. We're gonna switch. I don't want to break it. On top of the GoPro 8, on ours in particular, this is the media mod for the GoPro 8. It adds the ability to have a flip screen, a microphone, a light, and a few other things that are actually very handy to it. So you don't need more apparatuses. You can just make this like an erector set and add things on there. We have a video doing a side-by-side of the GoPro and the Yeelight. If you have not seen it, there is a playlist of recent videos that you can watch, and you can just type in GoPro Yeelight City and Beyond, and definitively it will pop up, and you'll see our happy faces.
And this doesn't come with the GoPro. You have to purchase it separately.
Yes.
As well as the flip screen, which is the... What do they call that?
I don't know what they call that.
Which mod that is. I forgot. But then there's the light mod.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the screen. Yeah, I can display mod and the light mod, and then this is the media mod that puts them all together. So you can you have spaces to put. You can swap them if you want, but you can put them whichever way you want.
The Reader's Digest version of the video is a how would you say
it's like a low
cost version of the GoPro.
Yeah.
Similar concept. A lot of the attachments work on it, particularly not the media mod. But if you were to use one of the stands or the twisty things for it, some of the cases actually
you can just screw them in.
Work for it. This is the Hero 8. I believe they're at the Hero 9 now, but they're still supporting the 8. They're still coming out with things for it. We have links for both
I believe the 9 accessories can work with the 8.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
We have links for both the 8 and the 9, but if you want to use the same camera that we are using particularly the 8 if you enjoy the quality of that and want to see what it's like.
Oh, hi, Anna.
And we have the Yeelight, and the Yeelight is a little bit less in quality, but it's also less on your pocketbook. Charging. The GoPro charges by USB-C, which is becoming the standard right now, but obviously some things still have the micro USB. The Yeelight charges via the micro USB. I forget where. Oh, in this little slot over here. Both of them use, what do you call those? Micro SDs? Mini SDs? Micro SDs? Mini SDs? Mini SDs? Micro SDs? They use the little SDs. You know the really little ones?
I was about to say, I think it's the mini SD. It's like the mini SD cards. So you can't put the whole, the regular size SD cards in them.
It's the same one you would put in your phone. That one.
Yeah. If you still do
that.
that.
I feel like everyone's eliminating that.
Yeah. So those two are pretty cool. I think that if you are going to get a camera for a traveler who's an avid traveler, or is really I wouldn't get it for somebody who's really into cameras, because again, you really shouldn't get people gifts for their hobbies because you usually kind of screw it up. But if for a traveler, I feel like an action camera is pretty universal. Like, it's easy to just use for your trips, especially if you're like not that into capturing it and you just use your phone. It's small, it's compact, and honestly, it's so user friendly. You just turn it on and go.
Yeah, my first, like, not my first introduction to a GoPro, but one of my prominent memories of a GoPro, and I was like, actually, that's a pretty cool idea. Is
micro SD.
Micro SD. Thank you. There
you go.
You're the best, Anna Marie. And hearts. We were at the Vatican walking through the Sistine Chapel, and they're very particular about you not taking videos and photography, especially when you get to I'm drawing a blank. When Sistine Chapel? When you get to the end?
No photos?
Yeah, I forget the name of the painting though that he painted on his back. And it's like God, the universe, and the world, and everything like that. Anyhow, somebody snuck in a GoPro and they had it clipped to their bag to take pictures and videos of it. And I was like, that's actually really smart.
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, it's in the Sistine Chapel. The name of the painting, I forgot the name of the painting.
Oh.
Yeah. The name of the painting is what I forgot. Someone's gonna tell me and make me look so stupid.
You got her. She sent you a heart.
Thank you, love.
I'm just Googling.
Selena's gonna... There you go, painting. Or ceiling. Either one works. Da-na-na. Scroll down. I knew it was by Michelangelo, but what is it called?
I thought you could just call it the Sistine Chapel.
The Creation.
The
Creation of Adam. Okay.
The
creation of Adam, the God and the finger touching, all these other crazy things.
Gotcha.
They don't want you taking pictures and video of it in the Sistine Chapel. I'm not sure if it's a preservation thing or because immediately after you leave that section, they're trying to sell you 5 million pictures of it. Either way, I thought that was a very sneaky thing for the guy to do, and I thought it was kind of funny. So GoPro, it's good, quiet, and what's it called? The incognito. So incognito, like having an action cam in general.
Yeah, you can pretty much sneak action cameras anywhere.
Almost anywhere.
But we're not gonna get into that because we don't promote any shady business. Whereas, I honestly love this purchase. And if someone else would have bought it for me, I would have been so happy. I don't know if it's just because we're, on YouTube, because this is like one of the two, well, now there's more, but like one of the two cameras you'll hear about a lot when you become an influencer. And this is the Canon G7x, and I really like it. I know people complain about like the audio or like, the focus is, if you watch our videos, the focus is kind of annoying because I think you can hear it in one of our videos recently where it's like, like, cause it like was trying to like focus on Edgar back here or like the picture above us and stuff like that. But, I mean, the flip screen, awesome. They now have, I think that's the RX100. The alternative is usually the RX100 by Sony. And I think they just came out with a camera that comes out to the side.
Oh, that's interesting.
It seems to be all the rage in the YouTube community. We are still rocking with our G7X.
Yes.
If you have a traveler in your life that I feel like this is probably a good camera for somebody who's like gonna study abroad. Well, maybe not with the pandemic and all, but if they're gonna go study abroad and you want to get them a gift before they go, this is probably a really good camera to give them. Or someone who's going to take a year off to travel or whatever. I feel like either give them a gift card of $100 towards the camera, or like like give a little donation to help them get the camera because it is pricey. This camera I think I got it a little cheaper, but maybe it was in the $500-700 range.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Maybe we got it for cheaper than that, but I know we definitely got the GoPro cheaper than it was supposed to be.
Yes.
I think that's usually, I think now it's about $300, but I think we got it for $200.
Yes.
At the time, I believe it was supposed to be closer to $400.
Yes.
But we got a deal, steal.
Here's an advice for you kids. Whenever you're negotiating anything, if the person that you're negotiating with does not know the true value of what they're negotiating, do not give them any reaction whatsoever and walk away with the value.
Oh, really? No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's how much it is? Okay,
I was going to walk away so many times. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, yeah, you should tell them this much. But anyway, the G7X, I feel like, has definitely been, it's easy. You just put it in your back pocket, in your purse, whatever, and just there's been so many times I've gotten quicker shots on this camera than our Fujifilm, which I still sometimes use to get more street photography, esque. But this one's way easier to just whip out really quick and be like, oh, there's a bridge while you're driving or something like that.
I also want to point out, as someone who is an audiophile, and I'm sure everyone has seen this in their lifetime in the modern age, pre-pandemic obviously, and probably even during the pandemic, you see these people with these DSLR cameras and their claw and this giant shotgun microphone on top to get the good audio. We don't put any microphone on this camera at all, and we shoot 95% of our videos on this camera.
Yeah.
So it definitely picks up the audio well.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're directing it towards whatever it is you're filming or the person you're filming, it gets pretty good sound. I think in Cape Rainier and maybe a couple other places, if it gets windy, you can obviously hear the wind.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people just put a little, what they call a dead rat on top.
Yeah.
To muffle the cat's right there. She don't hear.
She's sleeping. It's okay.
She's like, that cat. Or rabbit or whatever.
Yes.
To muffle the wind, which we have thought about, but I've also thought about potentially selling this at some point. I don't know if I can get rid of it, but and I don't know if they would appreciate
the wear and tear.
The glue or whatever we would use to put the dead rodent on top of it.
Little alcohol will take care of that.
But this is a really good camera. If you ask for it for Christmas, it's a
good gift.
You better know that person really well.
Yeah.
It could be a spouse.
Yeah.
Maybe your parent, grandparent, someone close probably, because it's not a just anyone gift.
I mean, if you're part-time travelers like us and you're really trying to make sure your money is like well spent somewhere before you go on your trip, this is a great camera. You can use it for years on end.
A gift to yourself.
It would be a great gift to yourself if you're one of those people in particular. So, our last two gifts, before we do the recap of everything, are gifts that most people would not think to really use and are something that I think are great things to have. We're going to start with...
they're both...
Food related.
Drink related. Food, drink related.
Food and drink related. So first and foremost is this little guy right here. Okay? This little guy right here is the Sriracha To Go. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, right? Can't you get this anywhere? Yeah, pretty much. This is I'm not gonna lie to you.
You mean get that anywhere?
Let me finish. Let me finish. This is basically one of these hand sanitizer bottles. I'm sure you can find them everywhere. This one in particular is actually branded like Sriracha. And when I say Sriracha, I mean like the rooster sauce, not like all these generic ones that everyone knows. Everyone knows the true one is the one with the rooster on it, okay? So what makes this great is you don't have to bring a whole bottle of Sriracha with you. You can bring, this one does have the dragon on it, yeah. Because of what it says on there. But so you don't have to bring a whole bottle of Sriracha with you. You can bring this little guy,
hot sauce,
fill it up. You can put a different condiment in there, but let's be real. You want some Sriracha, right? So you put your Sriracha in there, and you can take it with you on your trip. And you can go somewhere and whip it out and put some Sriracha on your burrito, on your nachos, on your eggs, in your potatoes, on your steak if you so like. Sriracha is good for everything, and it's 0 cal. So, enjoy it. And here's the best part. For all you travelers out there, is this is within regulation. So you can fill this up and have hot sauce with you everywhere that you go. Now, it's got the belt clip. I don't necessarily like the belt clip because...
I think that's the last one, because we haven't used this one. That's the last one that actually has it up there.
Yeah, I think that these lids in general are not like secure enough. And while it's swinging, it'll like pop open. And you don't need Sriracha on your jeans. You're not going to eat your jeans. But you can keep it in your pocket or in your bag and it'll be just fine. But this is TSA approved Sriracha carrying device, okay? If anyone likes hot sauce, this one is for you.
I'm surprised no one's making jokes in the in the chat like you bring hot sauce on your trip. We actually haven't brought it on a trip before, but I definitely brought it to work.
Brought it to work several times, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely brought it to work where I'm like, man, because there's been so many times I'm about to eat lunch, I'm like, or I am eating lunch, I'm like, man, this would be good with some Sriracha.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I don't have it with me.
Yeah.
But
also, it's a great conversation starter. I remember I got to the bottom of mine once, and some guy at this job I used to work at, rarely ever talked to him before. He's like punching out to leave, and he sees me like trying to get the whole thing out. And he was like, "It looks like that sucker's got to go back to the mothership, huh?" So great.
Yeah, that's a good stocking stuffer for sure.
Absolutely.
And so the last one, I feel a little bit because I don't want everybody knowing where I work, but there's cats and dogs on it. This is a Swell Bottle.
And it's Swell.
So corny. But this is one of those, if you've never heard of Swell, or if you haven't heard of Swell before, this can keep liquids, if it's cold, it can keep liquids pretty cold for the first 24 hours. After that, it obviously cools down. I don't even know how you say that. Yeah, well, it warms up.
If it's cold, it warms up. Yeah.
It warms up.
It goes to room temperature.
Yeah, but I've definitely left it in the car or somewhere, and then picked it up the next day, and it's still pretty cold. So 24 hours for cold liquids, and then for hot liquids, it keeps it hot up to 12 hours. So we've actually taken these with us on a few trips. You've probably seen them. I've never gotten them filled on a plane, I think. Maybe once. But I think I got up and I asked if they can fill it.
I do fill them in the airport.
Because it is pretty, but instead what we usually do is fill it before we get on the plane, after TSA, security. And then fill it up at the water fountain. So, and a lot of the water fountains now have like a bottle portion.
So it's touchless.
So you can. Is it touchless?
Yeah. It's like a sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then like when you pull it away, it stops.
It'll stop. Yeah. But I was about to say, I don't know if you technically touch it a little, but ours is a little too big for the machine, so you have to like kind of angle it a little bit. Well, I guess depending on which airport you're in. But for the most part, sometimes this bottle is actually big. So we actually just asked for smaller ones for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that they're about half the size, because that's a little bit more universal. We can put it anywhere. It's not as heavy, because this by itself, with right now there's a little water, but this by itself is a decent amount of weight.
Say a couple pounds.
No, I wouldn't say pounds. It's just it's definitely a few ounces. Yeah, but like if it's in your backpack and your backpack is empty, you know what's there. Like it's metal, or it's a type of metal. Yeah. Obviously they're not giving out secrets, but it's definitely worth having with you because you get thirsty, not just on the plane, but while you're hiking. If you're on long drives and you just want to keep your liquids cold or hot or whatever. Usually I think we use it for cold. I think very rarely do I use it for hot stuff.
I always use it for cold. I do want to say that if you put carbonated water in there, don't fill it to the brim.
Oh, yeah.
But you can fill it with carbonated water and it will keep the carbonation. Like you can open it up and it'll sound like it's a fresh soda. It'll go when you open it. So it is good for that.
It's good. Yeah, it'll keep it.
But content's under pressure, so if you fill it to the brim, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah. And it's metal. Yeah. So I think that this is a really good gift for someone that's a traveler, and it's not something too hobby as where you could make a mistake also,
right?
Because it's like everybody needs water or everybody needs drinks, beverages.
Yeah.
So and I'm sure once, because obviously right now people aren't doing reusable mugs and stuff at cafes or whatever. If you have a smaller one, I'm pretty sure that they'll fill it with your coffee if you want, but not right now, probably.
Right now, you would just take the water bottle that they give you and fill it up with that.
What water bottle?
Like if they give you a beverage,
on the plane. I was talking about like at a cafe.
I mean, same difference. You can get a water bottle there and just fill it up because people aren't going to like put it through with the pitcher and what have you. But this is a good gift.
Yeah.
And this is actually our last gift in the gift guide. And I like to work and eat off of this table, so I am going to need to put everything away. But in order to do that, I will do the rundown. First, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe on this video. Share it with a friend if you haven't already. Comment in the description if you're going to buy any of this for a friend or if you got inspired to buy anything else, because I think that's nifty as well.
Yeah, if you have any travel gift ideas, let us know in the comments. Because we might do an actual... Huh?
I said don't leave yet, because I know how some people are. You think you're signing off. Don't leave yet.
Yeah, don't leave yet. We haven't changed the light to purple. So what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Leave in the comments other travel gift ideas.
Yes.
Because honestly, if we like the idea enough, we might buy it for ourselves or buy it for somebody else.
Absolutely.
So yeah, share.
Indubitably. So, reverse order of the gifts. We have, again, all items being described are in the description, with the exception of, I think, the camera. Possibly. Terribly sorry. In reverse order.
Which camera? Oh, all our cameras are already in the description.
Oh, okay. So then, yes. All right. I take it back. Everything is in the description. All right. So, in reverse order, we have the Swell Bottle. Keep your liquids cool. Keep them hot. Keep them with you.
Actually, I could take a drink right now.
Baby. Next, we have the Sriracha To Go. TSA approved to bring hot sauce with you everywhere you want to go. Keep it on your bag. Keep it on your pants. Keep it in your pocket. Put it on your meal. Sriracha To Go.
Don't put it on your pants. Put it off your bag. Keep this sucker in the Ziploc and put it in your book bag. You don't want it opening up on you.
You do not want it opening up.
Over time, it kind of wears, so it's kind of hard to clip it.
The Canon G7x Mark II. This is the vlogger camera of all vlogger cameras. If you are debating on getting a camera, this might be your camera. You know.
Good investment.
It is a good investment. This is a great bang for your buck. It's got the flip screen. It's got good battery life, good sound quality, great pictures, and we use it and we love it.
Yeah.
The Yee Light, the
I was
budget.
going to say, by the way, there's a box here. You can't actually see it.
That's my Barney bag. I'm looking at my Barney bag. Okay, no. Alright. The Yee Light. This is the budget-friendly action camera. If you like the qualities of a GoPro but don't want to spend GoPro money, You can use this one.
This was under $100.
I believe this is under $100. Yes.
They don't have this exact one anymore, but there are.
Act now. Why supplies last?
Well, I don't think it's available at all. This model, but we put like a similar one in the description.
Yes, and if you want a comparison versus this and the GoPro, we have a video on that of the past as well. But since we went budget friendly, we also have the upgraded model, and we have the actual GoPro. This GoPro is wearing the Media Mod by Diane van Westenberg. No, I'm joking. It's the Media Mod by GoPro. This adds the audio feature. It gives you the ability to add all sorts of modifications in a media sense. So a flip screen, a microphone, as well as a light fixture, none of which are on aside from the microphone because it's built onto the Media Mod. This is a GoPro Hero 8. Great picture, great quality. If we could use this as a webcam, I totally would, but they don't really have that functionality. Don't tell me there's videos for it. I've tried it. It does not work.
I thought you can't use it until you get 1,000. Oh, you can't go live on it.
You can't go live on it until you get 1,000. By the way, we're on a journey to 1,000 subscribers. Is that 1,000 subscriber you? Grab your neighbor's phone and make them subscribe. And if you're going to take all that footage on any of those cameras, you are going to need an external hard drive. This is a 2 terabyte external hard drive. It's slim.
So small.
It's versatile. You
It's
can
lightweight.
put it in your. It's lightweight. It's like so easy. Slip it in your pocket. Don't play with it or drop it because hard drives are a fragile thing. But if you need to back up your pictures and videos on the go, this is a great thing. Get it for your creepy uncle. You know he's storing all that porn. I promise you he is.
Anyway.
Next up are the batteries. We have our Anchor battery. This one has the 2 ports to charge both of your phones.
This one only has 1 port.
And they're both 10,000 milliamps per hour. Right? Did I say that right? I think I said that right. I had to think about it. They're both made by Anchor. They're both a great choice.
Yeah.
This is our solar-powered battery. Again, this will take probably a week to a couple of weeks to fully charge, but it does charge
By sunlight.
By sunlight. I'm sorry. By sunlight. By sunlight. We never plug this in to charge. We just leave it on the windowsill, and it is always fully
We've done
charged.
it like once or twice. Though.
Maybe, but it's good on the
But
windowsill.
most of the time, if we use it and we come back home, we just put it on the windowsill because we'll probably won't use it for a while.
Are you in a new destination? Do you not know where to go? Are you looking for something awesome? Do you have a guy that's into goth and wants to see something that's quite metal? You want the Atlas Obscura. The Atlas Obscura. All the obscure places of all over the world. Let's flip to a random page. Give me a number. 658. Let's go to the page. All right, let's see.
That's such a weirdo.
There are not 600 pages in this book.
I was thinking that. I was like, how do you know there's 600 pages in there?
Okay, so we're on page 188 because I'm not trying to kill you with the 187. And right now we have Garbage City in Cairo. Have you ever heard of Garbage City in Cairo? I know I haven't, but if I'm in Egypt, I know where I'm going.
So fast.
I'm the Micro Machine guy.
Well, anyway, you probably don't want to travel with that book.
But it's a good idea for...
You want to use it before you go on your trip.
Right.
If you're like having a hard time finding ideas. So, really good find. We haven't used it that much, but actually I'm going to definitely check it out for our next trip and see if I see anything. Because why not?
I mean, did you know that there was a pyramid in North Korea? I had no idea. Is that a question?
So, what about something like this? They seem cheap. What is it? I don't see anything. What about some... Wait, like what? I don't see... Is there supposed to be a link? But, in the meantime...
Post the link and we'll keep going. We'll get back to your question. Sorry.
Post a link. But, Uniqlo or thermals.
Lightweight thermals.
Lightweight thermals. I know they seem thin, but they really do make a huge difference. You definitely notice it when it's not freezing outside, how much you work, because then you start sweating.
Yeah, these are not your grandfather's long johns.
Yeah. No.
These are not for those kids that come to your house and ask if they can shovel your driveway. These are some lightweight, good to go ones. If you want to wear like a hoodie and not wear a coat, you can wear these underneath them, and you won't.
And a scarf.
And a scarf.
You still need a scarf
and a nice hat, and you will not be all baggy when you do it. So
yeah. Premium hanging travel toiletry bag for women, and then hygiene bag, bathroom. Ooh, I have one of those, like a shower organizer thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really actually don't use mine often, and you would think I would. I have like a couple of different types. It came like in a set, and my mom, speaking of giving travelers gifts, my mom got it for me because I was not only like traveling, but also sleeping over people's houses because I had early mornings for work. But I kept traveling with my stuff, and it had like 5 different pockets, and one of them was like the shower toiletry type thing. And I honestly don't use it that often, and I feel like it's always because the pockets, I feel like you can never get the pockets like custom to what you need. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like it's like you would wish that it had this pocket, but it doesn't. But it has these small ones on top. Like so. But
to balance that, what do you do instead?
I just have like one little toiletry bag.
One toiletry bag, and what's inside the toiletry bag?
That's where I put my deodorant, toothbrush, whatever, razor. I keep my toiletries and my liquids separate though. I always have my liquids separate, just because obviously you might need to take it out the bag for TSA. But that's a good. I wonder if a lot of people still use them, but I guess they're kind of convenient though.
I can see the convenience.
Besides, actually, the fact that you can't put your liquids in it.
Yeah.
If you're flying, if you're like taking the train, bus, or driving, I guess just throwing that one toiletry bag in is great. And depending on your accommodations, like if it's accommodations where you have a lot of people in the house or something, it might be a nice thing to have because you just grab that and go. But would you say that's a good gift though? I'm assuming that's the question.
I would say that it is a good gift.
And if you have a traveler friend, or if you're asking for it, if you have a friend that's a traveler or a relative, I guess I would say that's a cool gift.
You can also just use that at home.
You could. I did that for a little while when my bathroom was being redone.
I think that's a good gift.
Yeah, I feel like that's a decent gift, especially if they're looking for something like that already.
True.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Our next one.
Socks.
Merino wool compression socks. These are good for long haul flights. So there's no real need to take off your shoes. But feel free to take them off. Get comfortable. Say it well.
I do almost every time for long haul flights. Shoes are coming off. I feel like that lady.
Yeah. Help prevent swelling.
Mm-hmm. Water retention,
because they're made of merino wool, they don't have a lot of water retention, so they don't usually smell. So if you have those sweaty Al Bundy feet, you.
I was saying like your legs don't retain water.
Oh, your legs don't retain water.
I think that's part of like helping with the blood flow, no clots.
Yeah, and again, they come in these nifty designs, and there is a link for them in the description.
I was gonna get yellow ones. Remember that?
I do remember that.
But
I recall.
Or didn't have my yeah. And then you want to grab the last but not least.
This is not the last one.
I thought. Oh, right.
Yeah. This is the Canary. This is a nice miniature security system. We use this in particular when we are not home, and we can keep an eye on the cat when she's trying to get into some trouble. It works via Wi-Fi and or Ethernet. It does air quality. Tells you the temperature, motion sensor. I believe it can actually ring the authorities if something happens. It has an alarm if need be, and it will take video footage for the allotted time that you put it there. Like and it has a home mode, so it's not tracking you when you're there, unless you're Edward Snowden. It has home mode, so it's not tracking you when you're there, and it also has a away mode, so that it knows that you're not around. It's like keeping track of everything that's going on.
And night mode.
And night mode, so if someone or something is creeping through the night, you can get a good idea of what it is.
We're looking at you, kitty.
Usually it is our cat getting into things that she should not be getting into.
Like on the couch.
Like being on the couch. And then the last gift is the way to pronounce plantain properly, available right now. Link in the description. Okay, it comes in several colors. It comes in all the sizes.
I like that color. Probably.
And it's great if you want to be pretentious like me and tell people they're pronouncing things wrong. Okay, because anything that spells T-A-I-N and is a noun has a short A. Captain, fountain, mountain, plantain. Okay, all right. That's just how English works. I don't make the rules.
Okay,
I just
we've heard
follow
it
them.
already 3 times, okay? So your plantain shirt.
The plantain shirt. The plantain shirt is available. Also, I think it's a funny gag because people will ask you, what is plantain? And I'm like, it's a delicious root plant. You can fry it in many ways. You can make mofongo. You can make tostones. You can make maduros.
Oh, gosh. So okay, to answer your question. Cool. So that is all for us today. Again, remember to subscribe. Still on the road to 1,000. Can't wait till we're saying we're headed towards 100,000.
Yes.
What else? And we should have a new video out for you this weekend about we're gonna actually rate United.
Yeah, it's not because we've flown
United Airlines,
and it's not because we've flown on them recently, but we have flown on them a lot, and we have not given them a review. So it's about time.
Yeah,
and
we thought it's only fair.
It's only fair.
And if you weren't here for the last live stream, we're about to signal that it's time for us to go. I wonder if we can still see it as well. No, hold on. I'll turn it off. There you go. That's the signal that we are signing off, and we will see you next week for our next live stream. And don't forget to look out for the video from this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you here at the Scene and Beyond. Signing off now, I'm Kamau.
And I'm Selena.
And we'll see you next week. Or this weekend.
Bye.